Coworker relationships. They ain't easy. I don't know if it's that, you know, nurses are a funny, fickle bunch, or this could be applied to just about every nursing environment, or, I'm sorry, every working environment once you get out there and have to be, you know, an adult. Working relationships can be a challenge, and if you let them, they will drain the life force out of you. There have been many jobs that nurses or any profession have left because of the volatile working relationships with your coworkers. So, in essence, your coworkers can make or break your career if you let them. So, I had a question from another tribe member asking about tips on navigating nursing coworker relationships, and I've had my fair share of awesomeness, and I've had my fair share of, oh my god, you know what I mean, and everything in between. So I thought of 5 things that might help you. Are these the secret to a awesome working environment and a healthy working environment? I don't know. But I do know that they have helped me through the years, and they continue to help me to this day. 5 tips to help you navigate through your nursing coworker relationships. Number 1, not everybody's going to like you. I'm sorry. Just, you're going to have to get over it. You are not going to be liked by some people. You just don't mesh with certain people. It's just the way life is. We're all grown-ups. We all go in different directions. And you may, and this relationship is fluid. When you start out or over the years, you may get along great with certain nurse coworkers, and all of a sudden it changes. Welcome to adulting. It happens. You just need to let go of the fact that you are not going to be liked by everybody. Because if you are liked by everybody, you're not being yourself. Number 2, to follow up with number 1, you gotta be okay with you not liking somebody else. It's absolutely okay if there are certain coworkers that you don't like. This isn't a marriage of some sort. This is a working relationship. While we joke about work wives and work husbands, because you spend a great deal of time with them. In fact, you probably spend more time with people at work than you do in your own personal life sometimes, if not very often. So, that doesn't mean you have to like people. I mean, come on. There's got to be family members out there that you just don't get along with. It's just the way it is. You have to be okay with not liking somebody. But not liking somebody doesn't mean you treat them poorly. And it doesn't mean you treat them differently. It just means you have a preference. You may not like them, and more than likely, if you were both out in public, you probably wouldn't be hanging out with that person. Absolutely okay. Number 3, they might not like you, you may not like them, but this is a job. You have a task and responsibilities to fulfill and complete. So, in a working relationship, a healthy working relationship, there has to be a level of respect. Doesn't matter if you like it or don't like it. Doesn't matter if you hate or love each other. You gotta have mutual respect for each other. Doesn't mean that they are better than you or you're better than them. It simply means you respect them for doing the job that they are there to do. If you don't have the mutual respect, then you need to figure out how to attain that. Maybe it's just miscommunication between the two of you. Maybe it's something you feel. Maybe it's something they feel. You need to make sure that there is mutual respect. And now, if they want to say things behind your back, you have no control over that. Gossiping is gossip. You're not going to fix somebody else's habits, or actions. You can only control your own. Is there going to be gossiping in your nursing world? Yep. Get over it. Number 4, which is a piggyback on the first 3, is that there has to be an open line of communication. You have to be able to speak to one another openly about whatever it is that's going on. Because, I mean, let's be honest here. People's lives are in your hands. You can make a mistake, or they can make a mistake, and it could literally be deadly. So you got to figure out how you both can communicate appropriately, or however many people there is involved. You have to communicate appropriately so that you can accomplish what you need to accomplish. Whether that's surviving through a shift, or going through a resuscitation, or an admission, it doesn't matter. You have to have an open line of communication. You have to be willing to argue, to disagree, and to come to a respective agreement on you don't agree with them, they don't agree with you, but here's what we got to do to get the job done. And number 5, and this is probably the most important one of all, is that you're only going to get out of a working relationship what you put into it. You cannot expect it to be this amazing, healthy work environment if you don't work at it. It takes 2 people to tango. It takes a group of people to create that kind of healthy team environment. And if you have individuals that are sucking the life force out of you or other team members, then as a collective, with your leadership team, you have to figure out how to address those issues and come to a commonality in working towards what is best for the team. Let me say that again. What is best for the team and what is best for your patients. Because remember, it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. It doesn't matter if they're right or wrong. What's best for the patients. Be okay with not being okay. Be okay with not being liked. Open lines of communication. Make sure you have mutual respect for one another. And last but not least, you gotta work at it. You gotta work at it. You're gonna have highs and lows. You're gonna have peaks and valleys. You're gonna have disagreements. You're gonna have work arguments. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the circle of life. Okay, yeah, that was cheesy. But you get my point. You have to work for it. You have to work at it constantly. So, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's kind of like a marriage. Because a marriage only works if you work at it every day. And the only way that a healthy work environment, healthy work relationship is going to be created is if you work at it.